We'll open up for questions. I ask you raise your hand and our green mic holders will come. We are transcribing this remotely via YouTube, so we ask that you direct questions one at a time, and if you need a second question, we will get to you. Today, we'll also have USC offense at 2:30, and both teams are doing SeaWorld and the Spurs game later. Welcome to the TCU Defensive Press Conference. It's my pleasure to introduce Defensive Coordinator Andy Avalos. Coach, could you introduce the players you brought with you today?
Yeah, so we have our safety here, Bud, our starting middle linebacker right here, Kaleb, and then at the end, Devean Deal.
Awesome. How about an opening statement?
So first off, we want to thank the sponsor, Valero, for putting on and giving us the opportunity to be here. Obviously, the bowl committee in the city of San Antonio for hosting this bowl game. We're very excited about the opportunity. We're playing against a team that's had a great season. It's given us the opportunity to finish strong by preparing to go out and play in this game. And one last time with guys like this. These three are seniors right here, and just to spend the last month with them preparing for this opponent has been a blessing in itself.
Thank you, Coach. Questions from the audience? Raise hand, please. Front. Row 2, please.
Coach, you've transformed this defense over the last 2 years. It's become particularly good, especially against the run. What has gone into that transformation?
Well, I mean, it's really attributed to these guys up here, and their teammates. These three right here are tremendous leaders. They're great people. The way they carry themselves, the way they lead themselves every single day has allowed us to improve in a lot of different areas, the run game being one of them. Obviously, that's going to be a huge challenge. USC's done a great job running the ball this season. But a big part of that is our front, and committing to the development of not only the D-line but the linebackers and how they play together and how they work off of each other.
Next question. Back row. Brian.
Devin, so you started the season with a scoop and score against North Carolina, so what could top that to end the season?
Another one. I was just talking to Bud right now. We both got touchdowns, and then hopefully Kaleb gets one in this game. But, maybe a pick six, whatever comes to me, though.
Kaleb, what are going to be the big challenges of slowing USC with a very strong passing offense, and what can you guys kind of show with this opportunity in this game?
I think the biggest challenges will be just defending their tight ends and the receivers. I think they have very skilled players over there, but I feel like we got very skilled players as well. And I think if we just it also kind of starts in practice. If we just have really good practices, keep straining, keep working hard, I think it'll show up to the game.
Back to Greg.
But I know you guys are coming into this game with your quarterback in the transfer portal. I'm wondering, as a defensive player, is there any extra pressure to kind of step up and perform and kind of carry the load for this group, or how are you putting that in perspective?
We just take it day by day, so we look at it the same as any other game, any other situation pretty much, so we got to move on from it, so that's been our thing, honestly.
Back to the front.
Bud, you've been around this program for a long time. Didn't get the opportunity to play in the last home game because of an injury. Just what does it mean to be able to suit up and play for the Frogs one more time?
I get to be with my brothers, be with a coach that I love. I love playing with them. So I feel like this is what I get to do. I get to put my heart out for my teammates and my coaches and my people back at home.
Kaleb, you've played nearly every game over the last few years, so what do you attribute that durability to?
Did you say that again? Say that last part?
Yeah, you've played nearly every game these last few years, so what do you attribute that durability to, just being able to play in all those games?
Yeah, it's definitely, I kind of attribute it just to our staff and our coaches. They treat us well, they know when to tone it down when it gets close to the games, and then, we have an amazing strength staff who really takes care of our bodies. Our recovery center is amazing, so I attribute it to, our staff and the discipline they kind of implement to us and how to just be a true professional, because at the end of the day, if you're not on the field and you're not producing, then you're not really a help to the team. So I just want to be as much of a contributor to the team as much as possible and help us win.
Devin, what is your big motivation and for the team in general just to thrive in this bowl game?
Kind of like they said, another opportunity, last opportunity in college with my brothers and this team. I love playing with these guys, so motivation starts with ourselves. I'm a really competitive guy, and I know I want to put the best product out there and win for TCU. We've had some guys talk about last time they played USC and how much that meant for TCU as a program. So, you know, ending on a high note, but just motivated for another opportunity to take advantage of it. One last one with my guys, my brothers, my actual brothers. So all that is exciting.
To that point, Devin, we've talked a lot about your brother and playing alongside him for the last couple of years at TCU, but how has that strengthened your relationship with your actual brother to be along the defensive line with him the last couple of years?
Yeah, it's been pretty awesome. I always joke in the games, I don't really notice until like they'll be like Marcus Steele with a sack, and I'll kind of like fan out and be big brother for a little bit and like go hype him up. But other than that, you know, it's pretty much business, except I got the room with him the last 2 years. I say he's a lot more mature than when I was younger. He's not as much as like baby bro, little bro. He'd be mad if I said baby bro, little bro. So it's been cool seeing him mature and grow up, and then just, you know, get to spend every day with him. Like I've been to college the last 3 years before that without him, so get to hang out with him more than probably really ever. So it's been awesome. It's a blessing for sure.
Greg again.
Coach, when you look at USC, as you get ready for this game, what are the big things with them that you have to be prepared for or lock in on?
They do a tremendous job building a run game and a pass game that work well together. Their pass game and their play actions, you know, off of their run game, as well as, you know, if you've studied them or watched them throughout the course of the year, you're going to see that they got a very good vertical pass game. You know, Coach has done a great job with all the offenses that he's been involved in at his various stops, and you know, they're a well-balanced offense. And so when you play defense, it always starts at the line of scrimmage. We got to do a great job in the secondary with our shells and what our pre-snap presentations look like. And obviously you got to do a tremendous job fitting with seeing the right keys and fitting fast. You know, one of the biggest things about playing in a bowl game is you know, in this case, you don't play for a month, right? So it still is tackle football. It's going to take us being in great shape, and we've been working on those things and making sure that, you know, while in a controlled setting at practice, that we're working on those fundamentals that are going to show up.
Front.
Andy, you mentioned it. These three guys are seniors sitting next to you. Just talk a little bit about what they've meant to you and what they've meant to TCU.
Well, first off, I mean, we were talking about it this morning and last night, for a few of us coaches, just how special of a group it is. And, you know, you coach football for a while, but to have guys like this and their teammates, you know, for a season in one room and to go through the things we went through this year to grow the way we did, to improve. And, you know, we talk about all the time, staying in the fight no matter the circumstances, attack what we can control. These guys have done an unbelievable job with that. And, you know, they like I said a second ago, they're great leaders. They lead themselves. You know what you're going to get every day from each one of these guys when they show up. Like, he's going to have the smile on his face that he probably has right now. Kaleb in the middle there, he's the businessman. He runs the show, so he's got to be on point. And Dev is like having another coach. You know, I sit in the meetings, in the position meetings with Dev every morning, and it's like having another coach in there. And it really is, from the front line to the second level to the third level, having, you know, another set of assistant coaches. And so it's been tremendous, again, like I said, for this last month, just to be around them. I told them, these guys, that at the beginning of the month, that we're all blessed to get another month with you guys, you know, in this prep to finish strong.
Thank you. Any questions? Brian, do you have final?
Kaleb, you found out recently that you were all Big 12 first-team defense. So how'd you feel when you get an honor like that? You know, you're among the best.
It definitely feels, you know, very rewarding. A lot of the work that, you know, I just put in the off season, but a huge credit to all my teammates on defense and especially on offense too. You know, just getting us prepared and getting me, you know, just good competition to go against every day, and great teammates, you know, on defense to just push me every day and raise the standard. And I mean, it's a great honor, but definitely credit to my coaches and my teammates for sure.
Devin, you know better than most about showing up in a bowl game, last year's New Mexico Bowl, defensive MVP. So what can you bring from that experience for you personally and for the rest of your team about showing up in a bowl game?
Yeah, we always talk about, Coach Dykes talked about how you're going to remember the bowl experience based off of whether you win or lose. I've been lucky enough to been to 3, and it's true. The ones that we won are a lot more more fond memories. So, you know, go out there, handle business, take advantage of the opportunity. And at the end of the day, it's another opportunity, so you put your best foot forward and you see what happens. Like, doesn't matter where the venue is, we're going to show up, we're going to stay in the fight. And, I mean, I'm excited. The venue's pretty awesome. We got to see it, so it helps when you have a cool opportunity like this.
Coach, it's always interesting to see in bowl games what kind of attitude and intensity a team is going to show up with. What do you see that is kind of fueling or driving your group at this point?
Well, number one, it's the opportunity, right? And we always talk about, you know, just being our best. We don't have to be perfect, simply be our best and work to grow and thrive each and every day. And if we can do that, we're going to impact the others around us. And I truly feel like these guys have done a good job with that. These 3 right here are obviously a huge part of that. As we've worked to, you know, get to this point, we have a few days left of prep here. And, you know, they got to be our finest days too, as we get closer to the game here and making sure that we're extremely dialed into the details, you know, of all the situations that are going to pop up. But again, it helps when you have guys like this that love the game, love their teammates, and come to the facility every day and have a huge impact.
Final questions, Brian?
But there's been a lot of talk about, you know, playing with your teammates and your guys one more time, but this is a great opportunity for you personally, right? You accepted an invitation to the Senior Bowl as well. So what do you think a game like this can do, and then going into the Senior Bowl to catapult you personally onto the next stage?
You know, I feel like it can elevate me. You know, I'll have my teammates with me, so I feel like that'll be pretty cool. It won't just be me, so I know I have my guys with me, so we'll compete all together. So it for sure elevate us.
All right, thank you guys. Coach, if you could stay up here and the 3 players, we'll move around the room so we could do some more breakouts right now.